What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 and why this week seems to actually be the week. We've gotten a ton of different rumors, but today was really about kind of one person starting it, then everybody jumping on and saying, okay, I've heard similar things. So cutting right to it, Nate the Hate started this, but you had Tom Warren, and you have pretty much everybody else under the sun jumping on it as well, and it seems like it's this Thursday. I did see one that talked about maybe Wednesday, and this makes sense. Wednesday being the announcement for it, right? So Nintendo would come out and say, hey, tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow we're doing it. And then it would actually take place on Thursday. And the rumor right now is it would be more about hardware. This presentation, right, this Thursday thing, would be more about the hardware than the actual games. There might be a little, but it's mainly going to be the hardware, and then the games are going to be shown later on. And then the rumor on top of that is that the release for this thing is going to be either May or June. So seemingly slipped a little bit, right? We heard outlets talk about March. We heard them talk about April. It kind of was split in the first place, right? You had March and April, and then you kind of had May and June. So it seems like May and June is when the actual release of the Switch 2 is going to be. But then there was other stuff that kind of came out with it. Like I said, this is really like the dam breaking, I think. So rumor has it that a Mario Kart game is actually going to be a launch title. That makes me freaking so happy. I've talked about Mario Kart a lot and how we need a Mario Kart 9. So I'm glad to see, that's not even a fall or holiday game. That would be potentially when the thing comes out. Mario Kart would be when it comes out, and then something like a new Mario 3D game, which we've also talked a lot about, that would be the fall or holiday season game. And then you have third-party support. So we've heard, actually a few weeks ago, that it seems like Gotham Knights is going to be one game from WB. By the way, I would not be surprised whatsoever if a Hogwarts Legacy also jumped in, but we know pretty much as a fact that like Gotham Knights is getting a Switch 2 port. Well, today we actually had Ubisoft kind of jumping in, or the rumors of Ubisoft. So Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of them, and then kind of later life type games, so games that have like recently come out the last couple of years, from The Division, so I imagine like The Division 2, Rainbow Six Siege, and maybe even Mario Rabbids. And then the final one is actually Konami being Metal Gear Solid Delta. Now that one and Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed sounds like it's not going to come out right away, right? Assassin's Creed will come out, obviously, in March, right? And then the Switch 2 comes out May or June, but Assassin's Creed Shadows won't make that. So Assassin's Creed is probably like a fall game. Metal Gear feels like it could be either of them, right? Because we're kind of waiting. Like, it's actually interesting. I didn't really think it through all that hard. I've been waiting for a Metal Gear 3 release date, and I thought, okay, well, maybe PlayStation could do it. Maybe it would be at the Game Awards, but, Jeff Keighley and Konami and all that stuff. But it seems like potentially they're waiting on the Switch, right? Because if they show it as part of a Switch third-party kind of presentation, there's the release date. And then I suppose if you're going to show it and show the release date at a Nintendo event, you better have the thing coming out like all at the same time, right? You're not going to show it off at a Nintendo event and then say, oh yeah, it comes out on the Switch 2 4 months after it comes out everywhere else. That doesn't really, at least to me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But here we go. Honestly, I'm very excited. You having people talk about, oh, if it's just a more powerful Switch, it's not, that big of a deal. It's going to be disappointing. I don't know what people are expecting. The PS5 is a more powerful PS4. The Series X is a more powerful Xbox One. I don't really know what people think the Switch 2 is going to be, but I know it's going to be a more powerful Switch. So I'm excited to see it. And honest, I'll say this. I'm maybe more excited to see like what it brings, right? It's not necessarily even the Switch 2. This is our conduit to get Metroid 4's release date. This is our conduit to get a Mario Kart 9. This is how we get Metal Gear Solid 3's release date, is through this event. And I'll take that every day of the week. So you let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be sure to cover this thing if they announce it. We might have only 2 or so days left until Nintendo does an official, tweet or something. So let me know what you think. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.